Terrific Tuesday, and we are not necessarily going to be doing a presentation because sometimes the heart of the community speaks louder than a presentation. And so that's what this evening is all about. There's been some exciting developments happening today, which we will talk about. I'm not sure if Can's is going to come on and speak about it, but we are actually here this evening just to let the heart of the community speak and to allow some people who are ready and put their hands up to speak. But tonight's just really to allow GL to speak to you in a very personal and intimate way while we are excited about what's happening on our website at the moment. Merle?
Absolutely. So I think Candice had messaged me, so I'm going to talk about what is happening. So you will all have seen the flyers about compression. Adele's put out amazing graphics and you know that compression is happening. So if you are on a board and you're the legend and there's nobody else on the board, watch the space really carefully because your board is going to start filling up. So we should see all those holes filling, whether they be on a bronze board, a silver, a gold, wherever the holes are, they are going to fill. It is, however, taking time because it's working 2 by 2 and it only started this afternoon. So we can't show you any examples yet because it hasn't hit any of the boards that we're on, but we do know that the developer is running the compression and that it is obviously taking a while to happen. So keep looking. If you know there's spots on or blank spots on your board, just keep logging in, and by tomorrow morning, I'm sure you're going to see a huge change. And then we'll be ready to fly because our boards will be full. I can see Beverly's doing a dance. I feel like that too. I know that my brother's on a board where he's legend and the board was really, really empty. So I've been looking at that picture and waiting to see his board fill up too. And then I'm on a board where there's just one spot. So I can look at that one too, but it's only one. But 2 by 2 with the boards, they are going to fill. So watch that because as soon as they fill, everybody who's been waiting and saying, I can't bring in someone because things are, no, you can log into accounts. So there's a question there from Peaches. They're saying, while the compression is happening, would you suggest we don't try logging into our accounts? You can keep logging into your accounts. It doesn't impact how you log in. In fact, yours might have happened already. So if there were gaps on your board and you log in, you might already see a change. We don't know where the changes have happened yet, but it's apparently been happening since mid-afternoon. So it didn't start this morning, it started mid-afternoon and it's going 2 by 2. So all of you who are saying, maybe I'm on a board and there's only 1 or 2 people, I don't want to invite anyone because they're going to sit there forever. By tomorrow, our boards are going to be full. So now's the time to invite. Get those boards moving again. And we should see a huge amount of movement as those boards fill up. And then, of course, those people who come out of bronze are going to go onto the silver. It's going to fill all the holes. So that's very exciting. And we're delighted.
Merle, isn't it amazing that the boards are being filled up 2 by 2? Everything in GL is 2 by 2.
2 by 2.
That's the principles, that's the guidelines of GL 2 by 2, and the boards are being sorted out 2 by 2. It's the magic formula, it's the magic number, and we're very excited that it started happening this afternoon. So if we join tomorrow night, I know lots of the call are going to be on the call tomorrow night. We'll have examples. There'll be a Q&A session with the core leaders to explain and to show, and we can celebrate. But should we get to the heart of the GL community?
Absolutely, Adele. Let's get to the heart. So we've shared the exciting news. Now let's share some of our amazing people who've had lots of exciting news to share with everyone.
Absolutely, and we work a lot on the groups and we chat to people in our community because Merle and I are both parts of the support team. We have many people in our support team. We are just 2 of them, and we get to hear stories and beautiful stories. So some people have offered tonight to come and speak and to share their stories. And then we would like to open up and allow those of you who are on the call to share your stories as well. So I have had the pleasure of being introduced to a beautiful lady whose heart and soul has really touched me. We've been interacting for about the last week. She is the most graceful, genuine, heartfelt person. She lives way across the oceans. This morning, she actually sent me a video that makes me really want to add her country to my bucket list of places to visit. And that's the beautiful Beverly. So, Merle, I don't know if you can ask Beverly to unmute while I'm introducing her. Beverly.
I think that Candace is still the host.
Okay, well, if Candace can do it as well. Beverly lives in Panama, way across the oceans from South Africa. And Beverly and I had the pleasure of chatting last week after the Spanish community call last week, Tuesday evening. Beverly, it has been a privilege to get to know you in the last week. And what touched me the most was your genuine heart for our community, for GL. You embody the grace, the love, and the true spirit of GL. And I'd really love you to share a little bit of your story with our community this evening. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you ever so much for this opportunity, Adele. That you have made one of my dreams come true. I was planning to go to South Africa to meet all of you, because when I was invited to this gift of legacy through a Colombian who knew me when I lived in Colombia for a while, and he told me, he says, this is something you have got to see. And I listened to Chris speak his heart about what he knows about doing for the human race globally. I just Fabricio Gonzalez from Colombia said, I knew in my heart that this was for you. The thing that I have found so wonderfully is that this comes right after the chaos of pandemia. And we really, really honestly need something to lift our spirits, to lift what we are as human beings created by a God that loves his children. And we have got to do it with love for each other. We cannot look at it for money, because the money will always be there. But if we look at it to help one another, to bring home back to each other a little bit of peace, hope, and love, I know this will be what Chris has put out to do. Happy birthday, Chris. You are a wonderful person. Right now, one of my boards are not moving as I had hoped to. And when I saw compression, I thought, I pray to God so much on my knees that my boards will start, that one board will start moving, because it is a board that I have given the name Gift of Legacy, to return to Gift of Legacy, just to give to others. It is the most wonderful thing to do. And I thank my Heavenly Father ever so much for meeting you, Adele. I saw you. I've been watching all that you do. I watch Chris. I watch Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, because I am stronger in English than Spanish, although I understand it. But my heart, when I hear all of you speak, makes me want to come to South Africa and join you. Please continue. There is a wonderful thing about the power of love. It works. I thank you for this opportunity. You can count on me whenever you want. Thank you.
Thank you, Beverly. Thank you so much. And I think when you check your boards during the day today and into your evening and tonight, you are definitely going to see the results of compression, because it's happening 2 by 2. And just like you and I met a few days ago and have been talking and speaking to each other, we connected heart to heart and soul to soul. And that's what Gift of Legacy is all about, is
Yes, it
speaking
is.
to people and connecting to them from your heart. And you might not know them, but you will know when you have met a like-minded, like-hearted person. And Beverly, you are one of those people to me. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much, Beverly. I'm covered in hives at the moment, so I can't come on camera, but I've heard your voice in messages, and your heart is just in the right place, and it's just so wonderful. It's so wonderful that what this compression and what Trickle Up has done has united us even more, and it's shown who the people that really want to change the world are, and they're not just here for the free ride. And I really, really salute you and appreciate you, and I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Beverly.
And then I want to introduce someone to you who I had the pleasure of getting to know through the migration period at the beginning of the year through December. It's somebody who, I'm not sure if I helped him with his migration. I just know I've had his number for a long time on my phone, and it's somebody who really works very hard in the background with his people in the GL community. It's somebody who always asks questions with the most polite, friendly manner. He is a true gentleman. He is a quiet soul, but he is a man with a big heart and a huge love for GL. And he's where many of us want to be. I'm not going to steal his thunder or his story, but can we unmute Nandes so that he can share his story with our community? Nandes, it's wonderful to see you on screen tonight. How are you? You need to unmute.
You're muted.
Yeah,
you need to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, it's just wonderful to be on the show and have this opportunity. Adele, thank you for the introduction. You know, one feels very small sitting in this environment. And Beverly, I listened to your accent, and I'm from the Western Cape area. I was born there, so I have a Western Cape accent. I'm so proud of it. Yeah, Adele, if I can take a step back, perhaps, you know, last year someone approached me about kindred hearts, and my first intuition was, you know, just go away. Just go away, because this can't be true. It's too good to be true. And but soon after that, I realized the difference between what's happening here in terms of the whole peer-to-peer thing, and the fact that you are actually in charge of your destiny, and the whole gifting community principle just got onto me. And so in January, I'll never forget when we moved over. That night when we moved over, I just couldn't sleep. I think most of us were so excited just being on this journey. And I remember the colors in the background and the music, you know, and I still have that same feeling. Even tonight when you speak about the joining of the boards, I still have that same feeling of I can't sit still, and I'm actually so enthusiastic, and I can't wait to see this happen. So and still any gift that one get, Beverly, this week I got a gift from Peru, man, on a bronze perpetual, and it was just like, and it's the same feeling I get when I can gift someone. It is actually for me much easier to give than to receive. And you know, over this period, I also made a lot of friends, and I always speak about Chris as this strong, die-hard person, and he's just so persistent in what he does and what he believes. And then yourself, Adele, thanks for all the positive messages. I sometimes can't wait to open my phone. You give me a lot of energy. Angela, obviously, with the song, you know, it's just when that song comes up, you just rock and roll with it. There's so many people. I think Bersa in the background for what she does. Candace, when I look at her, I always see this wide smile. And if they get serious, you know, you need to be aware. But most of the time, it's just that warmth. that I get from her. So and obviously the developer I haven't met, but a lot of gratitude towards the developer. And then on the side, my wingman, I know he's on this call. I'm allowed to mention his name, Eddie Brown. What a special gentleman. He means a lot to me. And yeah, we became friends, although we haven't met in person. So in this period, I've learned a lot of lessons. One of that was to take a deep breath. You know, sometimes when you read some messages and you want things to happen, just take a deep breath and support each other. For me, that is the be all and all of GL, is to support that we give each other. And I still believe that this is one of the most beautiful things that could have happened to me. It's ever evolving, yes, and that's exciting. But it's so beautiful. And you know, my big house until this point is all the tools. You know, it's mind-boggling in the small space of time, the tools that you guys have developed. I don't believe in any business I've seen so much support. Yeah, and you know, to give away, to use the tools, to share the tools with other people, I think it is so empowering. So let me just take a step back then. So on the 12th of February, to be precise, and I know I've shared this on a previous meeting in February, I shared this. I came from a function and I opened my board and I was a gifter on a platinum board. It was the 12th of February. At 11 o'clock that evening, I got a call. Nowadays, people don't just give, they want to see first where they lie. You know, it's $5,000 for South African, that's a hell of a lot of money. And I didn't even flinch. I paid that money over. I got a call from a gentleman. He's not here tonight. So let me not mention his name, but you can make your own calculations. It was an early birthday present. I got a call from this gentleman and he said to me, Nandus, is that you who just gifted me? And we were both in tears. That was on the 12th. I was the first gift on the board. So soon after that, I was on the program. And I remember Candace said, the day will come when you're going to be gifted on a platinum board. We want you back on the session. So, yeah, that time have arrived.
Yay!
I get emotional about this because it's just unreal. You know, so what first happened was the first gifter that landed on my platinum board about a month ago, she deleted herself. That was almost devastating. You know, the person just deleted herself. But guess what? Then the program changed, I think for the better. And the same person landed back on my board a month later. Can you believe it? So I was a bit skeptical, but I decided just to nurture this process. And we engaged and engaged. At some stage, I realized that what happened to this person happened to some of other community members as well. They didn't keep their gifts to be able to really properly gift on the next board. Long story short, I've decided to make a deal. I'm the legend. I can make that decision. So don't do what, but I came in a bit 5,000. I said, I'm happy to give you back immediately a certain percentage. And she gifted, and I confirmed it on the board. So it's my first confirmed gift on the platinum board. There's a second one that want to be removed. I'm just riding this wave. I'm communicating. I'm encouraging. So this will happen. I'm not too worried. I want to keep this board alive. Adele, I know my time must be finished now. But let me just say on the platinum board, my whole platinum board, I promise you, I've given away already all that money when I get it. I have names against every single dollar. I'm going to give money to our fair care center, to people that need wheelchairs. I have already, I can say this, my wife, I made a lot of debt with my sons. My son that didn't have work and he got married. He got work. In a month later, he got married. So I could afford to look after him for his marriage. So I want to say I'm hooked for life. It's a healthy drug to be involved with. This is my drug. It's gift of legacy. I will forever stay committed to this program. I've made so many friends, and I really want part of this program to keep on making a difference. So for me, what's next, I'm going to revisit the people that said no in the beginning, because some of them are going to be gifted by me. I'm to share some of the gifts with them. And they're going to ask, where do you get the gifts from? Gift of legacy. That's the easy one. Then I want to go and do it the Candace way. I'm going to visit the boards that need different attention. I will start there. I just want us to embrace what we have, keep this alive and celebrate. So thank you for this lovely opportunity.
Nandes, we celebrate with you. It's wonderful. You have come full circle, and thank you for sharing with us. Thank you for sharing this amazing experience with us, because people say, oh, everybody getting on the platinum boards? Is it just the leaders? You must know that the core leaders are part of our community, just like the rest of us. And many of them haven't reached platinum. And if you are working your boards with a magic formula of 2 by 2 by 2, you too will get to the platinum board. It's where we're all going to get. I'm getting there, Nandes. I'm going to join your board, I hope.
Adele and I can see it.
Absolutely.
Yes, we're right there. We're edging there.
And Nandes, I just have to go back probably a year ago. You were very skeptical. I remember having a conversation with you at one point where you were like, is this actually ever going to happen? Like, are you for real? And I think it was on. And we've had a lot of long chats since then. And I do remember saying that I can't wait until the day that one of you guys receives. So I am just sitting here. I am smiling from ear to ear, and I am so happy for you. Really.
I'm happy for everybody that's on this journey. It's meant to be.
Oh, thank you, Nandes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ladies, I have met, as many of us have, as all of us have, people across the world, and there are so many people whose lives we've been touched. We've got Beverly in Panama, Nandes in the Western Cape, and now I want to share a story of somebody from Russia who I've met. Now, we all know that we are a global community, and many people speak via translators. And actually, Merle, I'm going to send you something. I'm going to read it out, but you can maybe share it.
I can't. Candace needs to.
Okay, well, maybe Candace can share it on the slide, so that we can show everybody, because this is somebody that I have met from Russia, and never in my wildest dreams did I ever think that I would be communicating with somebody from Russia. And how it happened is I watched the testimonials group on our Telegram channel. It's just like this call. The testimonials group is where people share their stories and their heart. And you start to watch and you see, well, this person is a regular contributor to the testimonials group. I think they sit and watch for the moment that the group is open, because the group's not open all the time. But nearly every time the group is open, this person shares the most beautiful messages. And instead of just reading them and giving a reaction, I decided to reach out and engage and have a conversation. And it's the most wonderful experience, because I'm chatting to somebody in Russian who's using a translator, a Google app or whatever it is, to chat with me, and we've become friends. So I invited Artem to join us on the call tonight, but they explained to me that they don't speak English, that they are using a translator, but they've sent me a message to read out to you. And we all know the famous saying, from Russia with love. Well, here's a message from Russia with love, and I'm going to read it to you, and I don't know if Cans can share it on the screen. But the first...
Please send it to me. I can share it definitely.
I've sent on Telegram, Cans.
Okay, coming right up. I was waiting on WhatsApp. If you can start, I'll share.
Okay, so here's here's the first message. I said, just share from your heart and send me something that we can share on the call tonight. And the first message says, imagine that you are a chef. You have a recipe that can feed a lot of people. And we are sitting on this recipe. Not only do we not cook ourselves, we also deprive people of the opportunity to participate. I love to cook. I love watching different recipes on the YouTube or Instagram. But the chef who offers me the recipe doesn't say to himself, damn, people don't listen to me, or I can't, or who needs my recipe? He just shares, and it's my choice to cook according to his recipe or not. Do you understand what I mean? I understand that. I love recipes. My favorite Gift of Legacy recipe, and I've shared this before, is Merle and Heath. Heath is Merle's son. It's their famous Wiki Wacky cake recipe. Merle shared it with me early this year. I make it all the time. I've made it for functions, and I've shared it. I've sent it to Hercules when he was visiting overseas. So the Wiki Wacky cake recipe is my unofficial Gift of Legacy recipe. My other favorite Gift of Legacy recipe is simple. It goes like this: 2 by 2 by 2. And so when Autumn shared this recipe message with me, it really connected with me because I love recipes, and that's what Gift of Legacy is about. If somebody shares a recipe with you, you can say, oh, it doesn't work, or I don't like it, it's not going to work, but it will only work if you use it and if you enjoy it. Merle could have sent me Wiki Wacky cake recipe. I could have said, well, that's a weird name. I don't know if I'm going to make Wiki Wacky cake. Really, is Wiki Wacky cake going to work for me? Oh, all those ingredients. Do I have to take the time to make Wiki Wacky cake? And I could have sat with a recipe and never used it. Instead, I've used it. I almost know it by heart. And it's the easiest, best recipe. I'll never make another one. In fact, I made it for my son's 18th birthday. So this message from Autumn really connected. And then I asked,
Adele, we've lost you.
Yeah, I think we've lost Adele.
Okay, so Adele has had, well, it's not even load shedding. She's had no electricity since 6:30. So it's very possible that her connection has gone completely.
Anyway, while we wait for her, I'll just read the rest of it. So he writes, GL is the magic formula for me. My friend invited me to Gift of Legacy in March 2022. He said, here, you can make money. At the time, I thought differently, consumer minds. But when I understood the mission and values of Gift of Legacy, I cried. Tears from what a materialistic and stupid GL for me is the transformation of a caterpillar into a butterfly. I realized that it was about help and love. And I broadcast it to people and my environment. My heart is open. So beautiful.
I was going to say that is amazing. And it is so beautiful.
So I think that I just want to mention that the Zoom is full, which is amazing. Murphy's Law, when we take the smaller package, now we blow the lights out. But I'm just going to share the YouTube link if you've got anybody that is still wanting to jump on. And I know that Queeness talked to us this evening. So I would love to introduce Queeness. Queeness is part of Jenny and I think Adele's team, or I'm not sure if it's Jenny.
It's Jenny's team.
Jenny's team, and she is just absolutely amazing. I'm not going to ruin it. I'm going to let her tell her story. So I'm going to ask you to unmute Queeness. But when Queenist received on her gold board, I cried tears of joy, because first we got a video of her dancing around in the kitchen, all happy. And then the next video was just tears, absolute tears of happiness and gratitude. And it was just so beautiful to witness. And you are just such a shining star, Queenist. So if you can just unmute yourself, then we'd love to hear from you.
And I was going to say that I'm sure that most people on this call have seen the video of Queenist dancing, because it was put everywhere. We were all celebrating with her.
So you just need to unmute. There we go.
Yes.
Yay!
Thank you.
Hello, darling.
Hi everyone. Hi everybody in the meeting. I'm sorry, my English is not perfect.
Doesn't
You
matter.
don't mind.
I'm just a domestic worker. But anyway, yeah, gift of legacy. Yeah. It did show me a flame.
Take your time. Take your time. This is beautiful. And thank you for sharing, and thank you for being here. We love you.
Thank you to hear your voice personally. And in this room, I said to Adele, I don't know if I could, because gift of legacy made a thing that I didn't even believe if it will happen to me. And I thank you, I thank Jenny the most, because she never gave up on me. Either I didn't have electricity, because when I started gift of legacy, I was earning 3,000. So in that 3,000, I was asking myself, if I took 1.5, how much I'm gonna left with? Because I've got children to feed. It's my daughter and my 3 grandchildren. So I thought, oh, I'm gonna use this because I need money, but I know Jenny can help me, because she just called me on the street. I was selling some fat cakes. She said, Queenist, I just want to meet you. And then I showed you something. I said, what it is, Jenny? And I was in the street. I didn't have money to do anything. So she bought my fat cakes with 60 rand. Then I was thankful to get them. So when I started gift of legacy and I put this money, every now and then I'm thinking what I'm gonna do, but I don't understand why I'm crying for 1.5. Only 1.5 every month. I'm just thinking of that money. I'm thinking of this money. It's like it was going to build a lot of money, but it wasn't. But Jenny keeps on saying, hold on, Queenist, it's going to happen. Hold on, Queenist, is going to happen. I thought, this is not going to do anything. But when she opens the meetings and says, you must go to the meeting, I told myself, I done this with Jenny before in the other platforms. So let me just go to the meetings. Maybe one day something will come up. But I don't want to give up. Then I keep on going to her meetings. Those people, they were just giving. Those people were giving me lots of doubt. But I said, I'm going to go. Then I go. Then when I started to get money on January, I put a lot of people with that money. I used only 6,000 from my silver board. And these people I put in the board, I see these people are poor like me. They need money. They will go and fetch people, and then we will make more money. Then we can have money. Then we can get a better and have peace of mind. People, they never do that. I started to find other people, and I told myself I'm not going to stop. I saw myself in the gold board. I saw the ring that shows that gold. I thought, I'm in gold. So I opened the board. Jenny was so shocked. And I thought, I'm going to do this because Jenny said, no, you're not in gold yet, Queenie. Do you have money to pay? And I thought, well, I'm going to get this money now. Then she said, Hercules is going to want you to pay. Hercules just sent the message, said, hi, you land on my board, Queenie. Then I thought, wow, I'm going to do this now because I don't have this money that I have to pay this board. And I thought I was already win. I'm going to buy my children a house, buy myself a car.
We're all crying with you, Queen.
Then my dream just failed. Then, but I said, I'm not going to fail myself. I'm already yellow, so which means I'm going to platinum and gold. Then I said to Hercules, please remove me. He removed me. I said, okay, darling, I'm going to remove you. You're going to get there. And I thought he said, I'm going to get there. Let me be out and then be peaceful with this. Then I'll go back. Then I started to recruit people. I started to put people in the boats, and my boat keeps on growing and growing, but people not working. But I said, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep recruiting them and coming back. From August, March, then I saw myself in the boat as a guide. I said, oh, he's coming there now. I'm going to be there. Then he's stuck. People never even recruited. I get so confused and tired and listening to people when I said, yeah, we told you this thing is not going to work. You're not going to go anywhere. Others, they say, she thinks she's going to be who when she's doing this. We told her the network marketing are the fly by night like Triple M and all these funny things. But today when I talk to people, they listen, they do. But before, I cried when I got
Queenie. Queenie. Queenie, you did it.
When I got the money,
Queenie.
the first gift from Namibia, from Louis. It's my daughter saw that money because I couldn't even look at it, the board, because the people keep on saying, why are you looking at it? Because nothing is going to happen. When it happened, I was dancing with my grandchildren and my daughter. They were laughing, but I said, you know what? I'm so happy because I can pay my grandchildren crash. I can buy them food. I can buy them clothes because I didn't even have a birthday. And they born in August, both of them. I done all those things in this case. I thank you guys, Jenny. I never stopped thinking of Jenny, and therefore, the first and last thing, I wanted to die if I die because of my status, because I'm HIV positive. Since 2000, I said to my daughter, I promised to buy a house. No matter I die, I know they've got a home. I do this for my children. I know I've got one child, but I say to God, I'm not going to die until my children have a home.
Cuando ella recibió el dinero, los regalos, casa.
And I was stuck to this gift of legacy. I will never leave it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jenny. I don't know how to say thank you enough.
Thank you,
Queenie.
Thank you, Queen.
Queenie, you've got Queenie. I missed the beginning, my friend, but thank you for sharing your heart with us again. Queenie has two emotions. Queenie goes from super excited and laughing to Queenie who talks from her heart like right now. when I first met Queenie, it was to fetch when Jenny and I went to fetch Queenie and some other ladies to go to a meeting at Jenny's house last year to learn more about gifting economies. And I had the pleasure of driving Queenie and taking her home and getting to know her in the car. And because Queenie and I are both invitees of Jenny, we talk and we get to know each other. Queenie, you are one amazing woman because you never gave up, you never stopped, and you kept going. And the naysayers and the people who said, why is she doing this? You showed them. You did it. And you're a golden girl. And I love you so much. And I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. We're going to do great things, Queenie. Wait, we're going to hit platinum board soon, right? Okay. If you want to see Queenie at her very best, and you're in the Joburg South area on Saturday, come and join us.
I'm not going to miss anything.
Come and join us. Come and join us at the Titterfield Park.
And I've got people that they come. Since I've got that gold, but it just put me gold on me too. When I talk to people, they listen. They listen. And thank you very much. Your job is big.
Queenie is going to come and jive with us. Queenie is coming to party with us at the rendezvous. So if you want to come and party with the Golden Girls, come and meet Queenie and I at the rendezvous and come and meet our community because we're real. And if you're doubting and if you're anywhere worried about where Gift of Legacy is going, listen to what Queenie says. Don't give up, because the board you think you might not get to, you will get there and you will be so touched. Queenie, thank you. And I'll see you on the dance floor on Saturday.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, Queenie.
Thank you, Queenie.
Thank you for your beautiful hearts. And thank you for pushing as hard as you do. And I always say, be the example that you wish to see in the world. Thank you for being just that. Thank you so much.
So sorry, ladies, I disappeared off there with the internet. And I was messaging Candace and I said, I can't get back on the Zoom. It's maxed out. How amazing is it that we have maxed out the Zoom tonight? I think everybody is very excited about the compression. Can we maybe ask if anybody else would like to share their story? To put up their hands. Maybe we can squeeze in 2 more people. If anyone else wants to share, put your hand up, raise your hand, and Merle, maybe you and Candace can see who's there.
I'm scrolling through to see.
Yeah, no one's putting their hands up. Come on, I'm sure there's 1 or 2 more people that would love to share.
You did read the rest of my my story from autumn. Okay, thank you. I just want to say thank you to all the people who have shared so far tonight. I know it's intimidating sometimes coming on a Zoom and sharing your heart, but it is the stories of the people within Gift of Legacy that connect like-minded, like-hearted people, because Gift of Legacy is a community. And community is all about sharing and speaking from the heart. And it's the stories of the people across the world, from Russia to Panama, from Joburg South to the Western Cape. Those are the stories that connect us as a community. We connect when we reach out and gift our legends on our boards, but we connect truly when we connect on a heart and a mind level with other people that we might never have connected with in any other aspect of life. And that's what makes Gift of Legacy so very special. Merle and I have never met, and yet she has been my matric mom buddy this year, because we both have sons in matric and we've never met each other, but we have coffee every morning and it's far beyond gift of legacy, and it's everything gift of legacy. So Merle, thank you to you for being my support during this year as well. It means the world to me.
Thank you for being my support, and we're nearly there. We're on the downhill slide.
We are.
Well, not us, our sons. It's us. Our nerves are shot.
Anybody wanting to share? I can't see anyone.
No, I didn't see anybody. And if anybody does, they could comment in the chat. Because
that's right.
With 100 people in, and we can only see sort of 5 people at a time if we scroll through, or 6 people at a time. It's easier if somebody wants to talk, they can put something in the chat. But it looks like nobody wants to talk.
It's been an amazing evening. I'll talk, seeing as though no one can see me. It's been an amazing evening, and our developer has actually just sent a message to say that compression is almost done. So go in, check your boards, refresh your browsers, log out, the usual thing that we need to do when we do deployments like this. And let's just give it our all. Let's look at Queenis this evening, and Beverly and Nandez and Adele and Merle, and let's just, this is a new beginning. This is an opportunity for us to start over. And look, the boards might not be 100% compressed, because obviously it's not an exact mathematical science that every single board that was missing is going to be able to cover. But I think that when you log in, there'll definitely be a lot more people on your board, and it's new. And I always say, let's be nice to one another. Let's be patient. Let's be encouraging. You saw with Nandez, that same gifter landed up on his platinum board, and he could have just deleted her and been like, oh, I've seen this name, she's not going to gift. But instead, he gave it a chance, and he nurtured it, and it worked out for him, which is so beautiful. So let's nurture our new boards. Let's nurture this new beginning. And once again, thank you so much for being here, for your loyalty, for your faith, for your trust. And how does it get better than this? And what else is possible? How can we outcreate the magic even more that we've created in this last 10 months? I mean, how amazing. So thank you all.
Just one thing. Sylvia's saying she can't log in. She's getting that the system failed to handle a request. If that's the case, just try again. Because often it'll say failed to handle a request, and you just try again. And just make sure you have your username and password correct, and it'll go in the next time. It happens to me often. So don't stress about it.
It actually happened to me just now, and I tried twice and I managed to get in. So remember, it's just been a very big update. It's probably the biggest update we've done. And also just wonderful that we didn't actually have to close the website down. So just refresh the cache, log in, log out, try a different browser. It is happening and it is working. So please join us tomorrow night. We're going to be doing a Q&A. As I'm sure in the next 24 hours, there's going to be some questions. And we would love to have an interactive session with all of you. And thank you for those of you that have shared. I see Jenny Brunt is on the call. So I just want to acknowledge you, Jenny, for going out there and finding these amazing people and just showing them that there is hope and there is a future in this crazy world. And we are the change that we've been waiting for. And we're a collective. And when there's a collective energy, magic happens. So we're doing this. And I'm so grateful to be walking this journey with every single one of you.
Oh, thanks, Cans.
Thanks,
and then
Cans.
maybe just to end off tonight, to wish our 2 very special birthday people happy birthday. Candace, was your birthday on Sunday, and it's Chris's birthday tonight. Thank you so much for all that you are and all that you do for Gift of Legacy. Thank you to our other core leaders, to Jenny, Hercules, and Valissa. You guys do so much, and you bring these amazing, incredible features like compression to reality for all of us. So thank you very much. We're looking forward to tomorrow night, hearing and seeing what's going on. But just remember the stories you've heard tonight. Gift of Legacy is a community, and we are here to reach out to everybody and to change the world. So good night from in the dark on my driveway. Good night, everybody. We never give up. We're always here for you. Have a wonderful evening.
Nice, everyone.
We love you.